This little ceremony is like the ones we do every year, on each one on a different ray. This is a sixth ray ceremony, and it is called Invoking the Highest Light. The music will be provided by Keith on the temple percussion, and it's a meditative ceremony in which we will come into rapport, attempt to, with the sixth ray stream of force from Shambhala. The Ray Lords are in Shambhala. There are 7 radiant beings in Shambhala. And together as a group, we will approach that particular stream of energy and try to bring that into the conference and into our own lives. And I will direct you. There will come a point when you all have to stand, and as it were, if I was facing this way with my right shoulder back, I revolve upon a pedestal of light and I face outward with my hands in blessings. And I'll direct you when that time comes, because we'll share the energy that we have gathered imaginatively with the world. Mostly you'll be sitting down to meditate, but if there comes a point when you have to stand up, I'll direct you in that respect. So the names of the Ray Lord will be spoken by the board members, and they're very powerful names of the 6th Ray Lord. So when that happens, you concentrate and you feel the essence of them. Also, there will come a time when the questions which fellow Ray Lords have addressed to the 6th Ray Lord will be asked. They are profound, and they help us get into the essence of what the 6th Ray really is. A lot of deep spiritual occultism in this approach. It requires concentration from you, of course. At the end, you will, each of you, have a quality that you will briefly share. The microphone will be carried around, and it will be your contribution to the bringing in of the 6th Ray in a positive manner. But it will all flow, and you will see how it is. I'm just warning you of the specific parts in which you have to participate. All right, then, invoking the highest light. Let there be alignment with the soul, the group soul, the new group of world servers, and the soul of humanity. Let the group, aligned with the group soul, strengthen the point of tension upon the lower mental plane and draw from the group soul the strengthening streams of sevenfold will. The will to initiate, will to unify, the will to evolve, the will to harmonize, the will to act, the will to cause, the will to express. All seven flow into our point of tension on the mental plane. Intensifying the point of tension. And from that point of shared group mental tension on the lower mental plane, we visualize the multicolored group rainbow bridge. All the colors, all the seven, with the predominantly indigo hue, rising cone-like from the group, above the group, connecting the mental unit of the concrete mind, the son of mind or soul, the abstract mind, the transcendental mind or intuition, and the atmic mind or spiritual will. The many colors, each of us producing two colors, one of our soul ray and one of our personality ray. Ray 1 red, Ray 2 indigo, Ray 3 green, Ray 4 yellow, Ray 5 orange, Ray 6 rose, Ray 7 violet. This vivid rainbow bridge extends upward, symbolically, towards a point of pure being, the spirit, the monad. The blue-white diamond. Remaining open to a source of divine love lying beyond. The rainbow bridge vivid, we sound forth a word of power in our minds as we visualize this bridge uniting all points in the spiritual triad. We will sound the Om outwardly, repeating inwardly to ourselves the sixth ray word of power, the highest light controls. Let the group seek to align imaginatively with the Lord of the sixth ray in Shambhala, the most militant and uncompromising of the ray lords, who overshadows the entire process by which fiery aspiration is changed to intuition and eventual transcendental love. Let the energy of this great being, with whom we seek to align, pour into our consciousness and energy system as we ponder some of the names by which he is known. The inner group rises.
The negator of desire.
The negator of desire.
The one who sees the right.
The visioner of reality.
The divine robber.
The devotee of life.
The hater of forms.
The warrior on the march.
The sword bearer of the Logos.
the upholder of the truth,
the crucifier and the crucified,
the breaker of stones,
the imperishable flaming one,
the one whom naught can turn,
the implacable ruler,
the general on the perfect way,
the one who leads the 12,
The crusade is on. The warriors march upon their onward way. They crush and kill all that impedes their way, and aught that rises on their onward path is trampled underfoot. March towards the light. The great work goes forward. The workers veil their eyes from pity as from fear. The work is all that counts. The form must disappear, so that the loving spirit may enter into rest. Naught must arrest the progress of the workers with the plan. They enter upon the work assigned with paean and with song. The cross is reared on high. The form is laid thereon, and on that cross must render up its life. Each builds a cross which forms the cross. They mount upon the cross. Through war, through work, through pain and toil, the purpose is achieved. Thus saith the symbol. Be seated. As together we receive the energy of this being who is a beloved enigma to his fellow Ray Lords, we realize that the soul, intent on release from form, must be pitiless to that form, though never pitiless to other human beings, souls within the form. Ponder on the connection of the 6 to the 3, the 2, and the 1. Abstraction unites the 6 to the 3. Love unites the 6 to the 2. one-pointedness unites the six to the one. As the undivided intensity of this great being descends into the group via the group Antakarana, together we are reaching into the love of God along the 6-4-2 ray line via Neptune, linking the astral body, emotion, to the Buddhic plane, intuition, to the monadic plane, pervasion, and eventually towards the source of cosmic love. The sixth cosmic plane, the cosmic astral plane from which the love of the cosmic Christ flows to humanity and our planet. Imagine the day when true cosmic love comes to and through us. To and through all members of the new group of world service, to and through all men and women of goodwill, to and through all members of the human race. Cosmic love. Focus within the highest head center, in that 12-petaled lotus within the head, which we call the heart in the head, the major lotus in the head. And which can be correlated with Neptune, the greatest second-ray planet in our solar system, though as well a planet of the sixth ray. Focus high within this major lotus of loving will. And from this lofty perspective on the summit of life, ponder on the following stanza relating to the power and presence of the sixth ray Lord. Let all desire cease. let aspiration end. The search is over. Let the soul realize that it has reached its goal, and from that gateway to eternal life and cosmic peace, let the word sound. I am the seeker and the sought. I rest. As if from the lofty perspective induced by sensing the gateway to eternal life and cosmic peace, hearken to the invocations sounded by the other 6 Ray Lords to the 6th Ray Lord. Now rise.
Why is desire red? Why red as blood? Tell us, O Son of God, why thy way is red with blood? Quality, power to kill out desire.
Why do you turn your back upon the sphere of earth? Is it too small, too poor? Why kick it as a ball upon a playing field? Quality, spurning that which is not desired.
Why set the cross from earth to heaven? But earth can be a heaven. Why mount the cross and die? Quality, self-immolation.
Why battle thus with all that is around? Seek you not peace? Why stand between the forces of the night and day? Why thus unmoved and calm, untired and unafraid? Quality, endurance, and fearlessness.
See you not God in all, the life in all, and love in all? Why separate yourself and leave behind the loved and the well-known? Quality, power to detach one's self.
Can you arrest the waters of the 6th great sphere? Can you stem the flood? Can you recover both the raven and the dove? Can you, the fish, swim free? Quality, overcoming the waters of the emotional nature.
Be seated. Let us together feel imbued by these qualities of the 6th Ray Lord. power to kill out desire, spurning that which is not desired, self-immolation, endurance and fearlessness, power to detach oneself, overcoming the waters of the emotional nature. Let us focus in our aspirational nature. That which, divinely discontent, ever reaches out through devotion and idealism to something ever higher. Towards what do we reach? What do we imagine in realms beyond the confines of our own? What do we seek to achieve? What do we seek to become? What would it mean for our highest ideal to be fulfilled? Let us ponder. Realize that all form is essentially light. What, then, from the perspective of our cosmic physical plane, including the cosmic etheric worlds in which the hierarchy lives, what then is the highest light? let us open to the sensing of this highest light and feel ourselves imbued by it. Is it not ultimately the light of our spirit nature, the light of the monad on the sixth plane? If the highest light controls, or should, let us now compare. What is the energy source which now controls our life? From what source are you, am I, controlled? And what is the result of this control? Imagine whatever may be the source from which you feel your life controlled, that instead the highest light moves into a position of control in your life. Feel your higher nature imbued by it. Feel your soul upon the higher mental plane imbued by it. Feel all aspects of your personality imbued by it. The highest light controls. And if it did, what changes would there be? Envision the changes. Changes in you, changes in the world. When the highest light controls. And as these changes are seen taking place, repeat persistently and silently to yourself, the highest light controls. The highest light controls. The highest light controls. Let all the group gather all available higher energies now into the heart center. Into the Ajna center. And into the 12-petaled heart in the head center, at the top of the head. Breathe them in. And under the influence of the highest light that controls, look out into the world of warring ideals and creeds, the separative conflicts in which billions of human beings are now embroiled, delaying the process and progress of the human race. See this in your imagination. Imagine all that humanity is losing of quality and progress by immersion in the constant conflict of narrow, separative, intolerant idealisms. do you also lose something in this internecine warfare? Separation defeats us. But then, imagine what humanity would gain from uniting these conflicting visions, devotions, and ideals into unity, cooperation, and wholeness, into a global vision, an expansive devotion, and an inclusive idealism in which there was room for all worthy orientations to the divine, in which all worthy paths to God would be seen as aspects of one glorious, uplifting objective, the elevating of all lives upon our planet and the sacralizing of the planet itself. Envision this positive result. That swords would be beaten into plowshares, and man would study war no more. Union, not division. A great and high ideal for humanity. So then again, gather all the energies of the personality towards the heart center. Breathe them in. The ajna center and the heart and the head, seeing them fed by the energies of the soul. The energies of the intuition, even the energies of spirit monad, all these inspired by true cosmic love from the cosmic astral plane. True cosmic love inspiring all. The love from which the Lord of Love, the Christ, draws and shares with us the pure energy of love, pervading all, uniting all. Feel these great loving and inspiring energies descending and uplifting all in fiery, selfless aspiration towards true union in the magnetic energy of true love. Then let us as a group, focusing the energies of the group heart, and the group heart in the head, within the group ajna center, actively project a beautiful beam of blue indigo light into humanity. Visualize this. Transforming all separative visions, devotions, and idealisms into devotion towards the welfare of all humanity, all its life forms, and the planet. Actively do this. Let all visions, devotions, and idealisms become those which are truly cooperative, inclusive, holistic, unified. Until all humanity responds to this great ideal. And see all this inspired by the Shambhalic Lord of the Sixth Ray, that great being who gives us the possibility of seeing and receiving the highest light. At last, control, not by lesser things, but by the highest light. And we are uplifted together toward the higher six, which came and still comes forth as the original vision, the original devotion, the original spiritual ideal, which led us as spirits to descend into these lower worlds on a pilgrimage of redemption, an odyssey of salvation. Redemption and salvation of the lower lives, lifting them into the light. The great upliftment. See everywhere in humanity the prodigal son arising through the envisioning of the great ideal of return. See all the human race setting foot upon the path of return, leading at last, and at the end, to the source, to the Father, to the monad, to the six-pointed star, to Solomon's seal, to the Spirit. See the vision of the great journey of return, inspiring millions of human beings as they rise towards the highest light and learn to control their lives through access to this highest light. The light of the greatest ideal, the ideal of all-inclusive love divine for all lives upon our planet, for all lives within our solar system, and beyond, beyond, and ever beyond. We are divine devotion, divine idealism. We are the rising fire of love, returning to its source, the monad spirit, the heavenly sixth. And with our group consciousness intensely attentive and immersed in the highest light, and all thought controlled and guided by the highest light, realize the following. I am the one, I, God. I am the form in which all forms are merged. I am the soul in which all souls are fused. I am the life, and in that life, all little lives remain. Reattune to the sixth-ray Lord, His presence, that great and utterly consecrated being resident within Shambhala, and in still higher forms within our solar system and beyond. And now, personally, individually, within this alignment, think of the greatest vision you have ever seen, the greatest devotion you have ever experienced, and the greatest ideal for which you have ever yearned. greatest vision, the greatest devotion, the greatest ideal that you have had. How has this vision, this devotion or ideal transformed your consciousness? Where have these great uplifting streams taken you? Have you risen, or are you rising through them? Streams of fire. Humanity too will come to be inspired by great and inclusive visions, devotions and idealisms, uplifted and transformed through the sweep of elevating energy streams. What could humanity become? And so, in this way, all narrow visions, all narrow devotions and ideals will give way at last to the vision of the Supreme, to devotion to the highest, to the idealization of that which is greatest. Humanity borne upward on this sweeping stream of transmutative, transformative, transfigurative, translative fire, ascending fire. And will you also be borne upwards on this stream of ascending fire? What quality will you carry to the world of human beings and to our distressed planet in order to bring human consciousness forward to a consciousness of the highest light and a willingness to be controlled by that highest light? Your quality. Within the stream of fire, by which the highest light controls. The highest light controls. The highest light controls. Within this stream, let all now quietly stand. And knowing the intention of the sixth ray Lord, and the ideal of a station of light that our planet must become as a sacred planet, we offer our quality to this great and uplifting process, each attending to the quality offered, and speak clearly so you can be heard.
A vision of reality.
Radiant friendship.
Inclusivity.
Trust.
Self-identification.
Request for truth.
Stillness, compassion, protective love,
Forgiveness.
The way.
Silent light bliss, spontaneous presence.
Perfect poise.
detachment, loving unity, dynamic love,
life in abundance,
knowledge, fiery perseverance leading to transcendence,
Experiential upliftment.
peace on earth,
Pure love.
wisdom,
Sharing.
courage in the face of all adversity,
clarity,
thy kingdom come.
redemption, sacrifice, beauty, truth,
radiance,
Vibrance,
determination,
Vision and service.
Calm abiding in the hearts of all.
Sharing the earth.
One-pointedness.
wisdom,
Transformative power.
unification, unwavering determination,
Durability.
a band of light connecting all of us through true service,
Loving understanding.
adjustment, discerning action, correct relationship, resolve, goodwill,
Fusion.
Oneness with purpose.
Purpose.
Trust.
Inspired endurance.
Right sounding.
Honor and reverence for all people and all things.
Wholeness.
Spiritual education.
Cooperation.
Persistence.
Inclusiveness.
Healing.
Sacred trust.
Patience. Radiant beauty.
Awakening heart.
Relationship alchemy.
Moving beyond worry.
Enduring care.
Persistence of assistance.
Brotherhood.
Space.
Calm persistence.
Purity. I follow with love the highest light, then pause to lead.
Revelation of being, identification. Standing in the downflow of monadic vision, devotion, and idealism, these which serve the redemptive purpose of the planetary logos, we stand within that fiery beam, and we revolve upon a pedestal of light, and with hands upraised in blessing, we sound the great invocation, pausing between verses, now revolve, and face outward towards humanity and the planet symbolically, sharing all that you are and all that you seek to become, with the human race rising. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of men. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men. May Christ return to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of men, the purpose which the masters know and serve. From the center which we call the race of men, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light and love and power restore the plan on earth. And revolve again towards the center. And with gratitude to you for your concentration and your transmission of this energy, I ask you to leave the ritual space silently, without talking while you are here, and to preserve the alignment as much as you can as we move forward into the conference proper.